Good evening, and thank you again for clicking on my channel. Um, so yes, I am lying in bed because I just finished one battle after another. As I said, I'm trying to keep up with the nominated films for the Oscars, and this was another one of them. So, um, let's just dive right on into it, shall we? And I hate to assume, but I'm going to. I would like to say maybe most of everyone has already seen this. If you're one of those people who are, trying to catch up with these types of films and um maybe perhaps is going to watch the Oscars. I don't know. I mean, who's to say? Anyway, so this film is um it has action, dark comedy, it's politically psychologically thriller, crime, I guess you say. And it states when their enemy resurfaces after 16 years, a group of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue the daughter of one of their own. And honestly, I thought this was a better film by like 10 times than Marty Supreme. And you have Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Tiana Taylor, who is nominated, Regina Hall, um, who else? Let's see. Uh, look, when I heard this name in this film, I just died. I died. Um, he came back to life, obviously, right? Uh, Not her real name, but the person she plays. So I don't know this person, Shayna McHale. She plays Jungle Pussy. I was like, what? Did I hear that right? And of course, I'm not like a prude person, but I was just shaken. I was like, what? What? But I'm trying to find the young actress who played the daughter. Do they not have a picture of her? I don't see her. Well, anyway, I thought she was phenomenal. So directors and writer is Paul Thomas Anderson. Um, Leonardo and Tiana's character, also Regina's character. Um, they are part of this group who how do I want to say um let's see what the summary says, because that might be better, because I'm just like okay, here we go. So one battle after another is a groundbreaking cinematic experience with ambitious style, strong performances, and complex themes of resistance and rebellion. Many praised the film's political and commentary, dark humor, and thrilling action sequences. Paul Thomas Anderson's direction receives high praises, as well as the film's cinematography, soundtrack, and innovative use of vivid Vista. I thought I said Vivid. Oh, Lord, I can't look. Vista Vision, However, some criticize its disjointed pacing, underdeveloped characters, and a tonal inconsistency of overall. It's celebrated as bold, thought provoking, and cinematic experience. I would probably agree with that. Um, so I'm giving it like a 7 to an 8 out of 10. I think I would give it an 8. Um, let's see. As I normally do, I'm going to read some of these reviews and then go off of how I feel about it. I most likely will agree with some of these people. So here we go. This one gives it an 8. It says, good movie, but overhyped. This movie was good acting, great actors, actresses, and overall, not a predictable movie. This movie kept me at the edge of my seat, got me excited, happy, sad, nervous, and what's to come. Leonardo was fantastic, of course, but Sean Penn really owned that character and really made me dislike Colonel Lockjaw, which is the point. I mean, his performance was spectacular. However, the way they hyped this movie, calling it one of the greatest of all time, a masterpiece of its generation. Sorry, but it wasn't the case. However, as stated, this was a pretty good, entertaining movie, and that I would recommend. I would recommend you to watch. Um, I pretty much agree with that. I don't. I'm trying to see what I don't agree with. Let's see. Uh, I mean, they're saying of this generation, the greatest of this generation, masterpiece of this generation. So I may agree with that. I don't know about the greatest of all time. I don't know if I'd agree with that, but maybe that's what they're meaning. Let's go back. Oh, this one gave. Oh, there's two that gave it a 6. Wow. All right. So, there's no accounting for taste. Today I watched one battle after another. I read all the glowing reviews beforehand, and I knew it was being praised as one of the best films of the year. But I can give you one piece of advice. If you're going to see it, go in with no expectations and avoid reading other people's opinions first. Before I move on, I'm going to say this with any film. Anything that you see that may be overly hyped, try avoid reading it. Try avoid anything that's going to be interactive because you're probably going to most likely have their opinion because it's being influenced. And therefore, you're probably going to agree with how they feel. With this movie, like maybe I saw a couple of trailers about it, but I stayed away from it. As the same for Marty Supreme. These are my own opinions. So that's just it is what it is. And we have our own opinions, and that's why it's great to like, you know, be a movie lover and you can maybe have a thought provoking conversation with someone and hopefully not get into it with someone over a stupid movie, but yeah, anyway, I would suggest that to any and everybody. Go in blind, because there's been some movies where I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I was watching, and then by the end of it, I was like, you know what? Wasn't a bad movie. And then you're gonna see from other people who were like, this movie sucked ass. It sucked ass. I'm like, hey, everybody has their own opinion. Therefore, go in blind. Anyway, so they say everyone kept saying it's an incredible film, probably the best of the year. I really wish I could have seen it through their eyes. Personally, it didn't make me feel much of anything. Sure, there are moments to make you laugh. It does offer some solid social commentary and what's going on in the US right now, but I was expecting something with a powerful emotional punch. Some great action and a brilliant script, something that would leave a lasting impression. That did not happen for me at all. And I think it's the kind of movie you either love or don't connect with. There's no middle ground. Visually, it's stunning, and with a cast like that, it was clear performances um, that it would give be a strong, solid performance. In short, don't let even the best reviews shape your opinion. Go with your own perspective and trust your own tastes. Now, with that, yes, I would agree with, but again, you can't read something and go off how you're gonna feel. It's just, again, it's your own opinion. You gotta, again, go in blind. Um, I will again, but before moving on, I will say that solid performances, um, visually stunning, as they said, great cinematography, um, and again, definitely, I don't know, maybe 10,000 more. I don't know. I can't even figure out a number that I want to give that so much better than Marty Supreme. I don't know. That movie was fucking boring. Like, I don't know. Again, I'm just like, how do these movies get picked? Who is picking these movies and why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like Sinners, awesome film. Frankenstein, even though the movie was long as hell, I thought it was great. You know, Weapons, great. Anyway, let's go on with this one. This one says another 6 out of 10. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Excuse me. I really didn't expect to write a review, but the moment of the PTA bots calling this, what are they? My my eyes are seeing something else. Okay, do this. Okay. But the amount of PTA bots calling this movie a masterpiece made me say two or three things. I think it's a perfectly solid movie. It looks good. The pace is okay. The actors are perfectly talented, but not used to their full potential. The script is what lowers the quality and impression of the movie because the jokes are cringe, or better said, cheap and predictable. But okay, jokes aside, missing what's missing the most is a deeper dive into the characters and their relationships, who they are and why they do the things that they do. But everything remains kind of surface level, unfinished, which results in me simply not caring about these characters. The action is nowhere near as crazy as they want you to think it, as they want you to think, and the music, although great, it is a bit too distracting at times. I'll conclude this review because I have nothing else to say, but it's a perfectly solid movie, but please don't expect a masterpiece just because the director's name is attached to it. I would agree with that. Um, I'm only going to give it an 8 because I gave the other one a 6. So this is probably 2 times better than that one. Now, before moving to the last one, I'm going to say this as well. Um, yes, the characters aren't fleshed out. Um, I think you do expect more from some of these people, and their performances. But yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying with whoever is choosing these films and why they're choosing them. I don't know. I don't know if it's because they're being bought. Um, if just because it's a political statement, because it is a political statement. Um, I don't know. You know. But with that being said, I mean, this again is way better than Marty Supreme. But I'm not behind these ballots. I don't have the say so, which I would have to say, um, for the people who are watching these films, who are paying to see these, why aren't we picking who is being going to be the winner? I think that's what um should be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, cast, let us cast the votes, and then then we would be like, yeah, I don't think so. I felt like that Marty Supreme was overly hyped. But whatever. All right, moving right on to what is it? All right, this one is they give it a 7. Sorry, but this doesn't deserve all of the 10s. Granted, it's a good, and I like most of the PTA films. But it's not like this is anywhere near as brilliant as something like There Will Be Blood or The Master. The plot is very simple, and while that it's not a bad thing, I found it difficult finding anything substantial to grab onto. The performances are certainly good, but again, it feels like all the actors, with the exception of probably Chase Infinity. I'm not really sure who that is. Have to look it up. All right, Chase and Sean Penn aren't giving a whole lot to do. Yeah, I would say Sean Penn, probably out of everybody, did a phenomenal job. And I'm not saying that others didn't do a great job. I'm just saying, like, I think he really put his soul, like his whole body, soul, and everything into that. Because I'm like, and yet he's not being acknowledged for it. Like, I mean, yeah, he's nominated, but he's not going to win. That's just plain and simple. Anyway, in my opinion, they're well, just feel like I can't read. In my opinion, this was far less interesting than something like Phantom Thread, and with less compelling characters than something like The Master, and like the spectacle of and gravitas of something else like There Will Be Blood. Still better than most films releasing these days, but if you look at something rave, don't expect a masterpiece. Um, it gets a 7 out of 10 for being well performed and pretty well written, but I can go beyond that because it lacked depth I normally be seeking from filmmakers around this time. Yeah. Ooh. Mm. So you do it. Which one do I want to read last? Let's do that one. Okay, I'm gonna read two more. I'm gonna save the best for last, and then move on. This one is a 6. One battle too many. I saw one battle after another last night, and I'm still not sure I get the hype. On paper, the film has everything: social commentary, action, radical politics, immigration, parenthood, even extremism. This is true. It tries to juggle so many witty ideas at once, and I do applaud that. It's ambitious, topical, clearly trying to stir the pot, but ambition alone does not make a satisfying cinematic um, film. It ends up being messy. Um, at nearly 3 hours long, it's a slog when you still don't really know the people you're meant to care about. Not a single character feels grounded. Benicio del Toro aside, even then, he seems his screen time is frustratingly short. True. The rest make decisions that have zero logic and absence of backstory, leaving them feeling exaggerated and hollow. So many talented actors, yet I wasn't rooting for anyone. The big message moments, racism, political, um, systematic power, identity, everything that you see, um, again, that is like written on paper, um, it just seems like they're skimming the surface and without even cutting deep. If I'm being fair, one thing I did love was the soundtrack, tense, pulsing, and full of nervous energy. It injects more urgency than the script ever does, but the pace and tone overall are uneven. PTA's usually offbeat humor is basically MIA, and without it, long sketch oh saying sketches stretches drag and feel oddly dull. The film indulges in own grandeur with sprawling chases and spectacles, but without clarity or cohesion. Honestly, it has weakest. It's it's his weakest film yet. I thought they was about to see the weakest film of this year. I'm about to say lies you tell. Um, there's nothing clear overall message, but just a lot of battles, one battle after another, and um, that feel thrown, and you just have to stitch it all together, something coherent. Uh, kind of agree with that too. Let's see. All right. I said I was gonna do two more, but this is gonna be the last one. I'm already tired of reading. Oh, this is pretty short. Great. 8 out of 10. Great movie. Sinners got 16 nominations, while One Battle After Another got 13. Both are great movies, but in my opinion, One Battle After Another is better. It's quite topical and uncomfortable, yet takes viewers on a spectacle journey. Leonardo is good as always, and the music sounds create an involving atmosphere. Um, look, since I'm done reading, I can just move on. In my own opinion, I think Sinners is by far one of the best films of the year. Behind is Weapons. This one maybe third. And I haven't seen all the films. I still have a couple, and I don't know if I'm going to get to them or not. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this had everything, as the one person said, like written on paper. And as I started out, I was just like, wow, they're really going to go there, because as the shit that we're going through right now in America, with ICE and um, the immigration, which is ICE, obviously, people killing people, it's just it's insane. And so you're like, oh wow, this movie it's really going to go there, but then it takes a left turn, and it's following a dysfunctional relationship that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Where it's like Leonardo and Tiana's um, characters. They're madly, I don't say sexually attracted to each other. Um, and then um, they end up having a baby. They're not sure if, well, I think at the end, not sure if it's theirs. Um, the mother dies, and so you're trying to keep up with what's going on in the film, because you're like, okay, so what's happening here? You do feel a little lost. And then with me even trying to describe it, I'm just like, um, what did I just watch? And it leaves you confused, and the whole idea of it is like you're trying to kind of get out there and battle with everybody else with their own battles, hence one battle after another. But then you're also having your own battles within your lives. Like Leonardo's character is trying to find his daughter after she gets taken. Again, one battle after another. And so you're left lost in in what's going on. You're like, what's going on? What's happening? It's like she goes to this dance. She gets, I would say, taken, but she's told to follow Regina's character because there's something about to go down. And then eventually she does get taken. And then Leonardo, his character, he gets high and he is forgetting what he's supposed to tell the people because they're codes. And if you don't tell the codes, you can't find the location of where these people are being taken. Therefore, uh, stuff goes down, and by the end of it, yes, they find each other. They do get back together, but it's just like, whoa, what a journey. But again, uh, as the ranking I gave it, two times better than Marty Supreme. I mean, that shit was fucking long and slow as fuck. This one was long as well, but at least I was able to keep up with it barely. But it kept me interested for the most part. Now, as far as Tiana and her being like all these nominations, I don't know. I don't know if I really feel that, like, oh my god, it's so Oscar worthy. I don't know if I get that. I'd say the person that was the daughter probably deserved it more. And I don't even know her name. I was trying to look it up, but I'm like, I don't know who she is. So there's that. Sean Penn did great. Leonardo, I mean, he's a fine actor, but I don't think he deserved anything for what he did. But yeah, I mean, overall, like, it was a decent movie. But nothing where like, oh my god, you have to watch this film. You must. It's a must worthy. I wouldn't go that far. I don't know. It's like these films these days are just like, if nothing is either political, it's not a story about someone from the past or whatever, it's not gonna make it into the nominees. I don't know. I feel like we need to really dive deep and you know go further in the mind and try to make up something that's even more creative. Whereas like Begonia, like that film like was so out there, but I enjoyed it. I thought that film was like really creative. Anyway, I'm just like just random, just like blah 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 blah, you know. Anyway, but that's it. That's all I got. And let me know your thoughts down below. Did you like the film? Are you going to watch it if you haven't watched it? Do you even care about the Oscars? You know, please chime in. Chime in. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm trying to make my channel grow, trying to get there. But I hope you guys have a great, wonderful, fantastic weekend. Um, if you have a Valentine's, hey, that's awesome. If you don't, it's okay too. Love yourself. I don't have one, and I'm okay. You know what? I don't have to pay. I ain't got to buy shit for nobody. So there you go. Yeah, you go. Anyway, have a wonderful, fantastic evening and weekend. Thanks. Bye.